So I'm going to re-upload this one and do this better. You see, I had so many flaws in that video. Don't watch it. So I'm gonna start with the real part of the what if. So there's not gonna be any reanimations. There's not gonna be any reanimations. It's just gonna be Toby learning the reanimation jutsu and them fighting Toby and Madara. And yeah, so and there wouldn't be any reanimations because Kabuto's dead. So since there's no reanimations, it's pretty much one-sided. But Toby finds a secret book in Orochimaru's laboratory, whatever it's called, and they find out that our friend Toby learns the reanimation jutsu and just reanimates a couple of fighters. Let's say the Madara Uchiha, Orochimaru, Kabuto. Well, he wouldn't do Kabuto. He'd actually do Orochimaru and what's his name? Pain. He'd do Pain as well, and then he'd also do he'd do Madara. So it would just be everyone against Madara. So they'd easily seal up Pain, but then they'd have to deal with Madara and Toby. Naruto does way worse than he does in canon. Because remember, Naruto has the Tooth Tails. It's much weaker. It's so much weaker than it is in canon. It's so much weaker than it is in canon. I'm sorry, peeps, but it's way worse in canon, guys. Naruto actually adds Sage mode, and that changes the whole battle around, and that just makes him goated. So he has a fight, and everything basically happens good. The Ten Tails is summoned. Naruto actually creates a new technique with with Madatabi. They create a new technique called Fire Style Scorching Beam. I'm just gonna make it up. Fire Style Scorching Beam. So it's basically Madatabi charges up a giant blue fire, and then it just blazes through. It's like a giant beam of fire, which basically can kill anybody. And it wrecks the Ten Tails. It doesn't wreck it, but like it does a lot of damage. And then yeah. The Ten Tails is sealed inside of Obito. He becomes the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. And then Naruto and Sasuke and Itachi, and Kakashi, and Minato all gangbang him. They like gang up on him and they're like, yeah boy. So then Naruto, Kakashi, Sasuke, Itachi, and Minato, they all do a combined lightning blade combo with Sasuke and also Itachi trained with Kakashi and Sasuke. He also learned the lightning blade. He learns the lightning blade. So they do a triple combined lightning blade. And Naruto, Jiraiya, I forgot to mention Jiraiya was here. Naruto, Jiraiya, and Minato do a combined Rasengan. Naruto does a two-tails planetary Rasengan. Minato does a yellow Rasengan. Rasengan Flash. I'm gonna call it, yeah, Rasengan Flash. And then Jiraiya does a Gallant Rasengan, which is basically a powered-up Rasengan. It's basically like an Odama Rasengan, but stronger. Well, like 10 times stronger than an Odama Rasengan. And there we go. Hold on. And once that happens, they defeat Obito. The Ten Tails gets out of them. He does that weird jutsu. And then Minato does what he does in canon. He slices him, and Madara becomes a Ten Tails Jinchuriki. And then they summon Divine Tree, and then it goes all that stuff with that crap with like 10 tails and all that crap. So then we see that. We see Madara become the Ten Tails Jinchuriki from the Divine Tree. Naruto gets pulled out. Two Tails gets pulled out of Naruto. It also gets pulled out of Minato and Kushina. And they all, well, I wouldn't say, and also Sasuke dies from Madara. Actually, no, let's just say he doesn't die. Let's say our friend doesn't die. Our friend Naruto doesn't die. I mean, no, he does die. like the way in canon. But let's say Minato and Kushina don't die. They don't die. They're just normally. Kushina, they got like a little bit extracted. They didn't get it all extracted. They're still here. Naruto is basically Naruto meets Hagoromo, and so does Sasuke. Sasuke meets Hagoromo, and they both get they get their huge power up. Except you see how my Naruto Sage and Six-Box character, it's basically him but blue. He turns blue. It basically turns blue. So they take on Madara, they beat him. He turns it. Obito does his backstabbing move. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say Sasuke gets the Rinnegan, you know, all that stuff. Perfects Susanoo. All that stuff. And did anybody else Indra perfect? I'm not sure if I saw this yet, but I'm pretty sure Indra perfected the Susanoo without the Rinnegan. Which is kind of weird. I don't think he did, though. I'm not sure. I didn't see it. I didn't really see it, but I saw it when I saw that Indra episode. But whatever, back to the what if. When we were doing this, Kaguya appears, actually. And the Infinite Tsukuyomi, I forgot, is casted. But there's actually more people who don't get casted in. Minato doesn't, because he's with Naruto. Itachi doesn't. And oh yeah, and I forgot to say the Hokage are not reanimated. Because they're not really needed. The Shinobi are perfectly fine since there's no reanimated Shinobi. And yeah. So they basically don't need the Hokage. So yeah. When they do that, they fight, yeah. They all fight Kaguya. They get into maximum amounts of gravity. Like the gravity part that they saw with, Obito dies. Obito protects, Naruto and Kakashi, and Itachi this time protects Sasuke. But Obito still dies anyways, because I'm not gonna change that. We're not gonna change we're not gonna change how Obito dies, because it would make more sense for Obito to die. Because why would they keep him alive? So yeah, when that happens,
I'm going to become a
yeah.
man.
So yeah, Obito dies. Then they do this time. They can see Kaguya way more fast, cause Itachi's like, I had enough of this, and him and Kakashi do a combined Susanoo with Sasuke also in the mix with a combined Susanoo. They do a 3-man Susanoo. Then we got the 2 tails and the 2 tails and the 9 tails. 2 9 tails actually, cause Kushina and Minato, and they go after Kaguya. And then we got that nice lonesome Sakura coming from the top of that. Well, basically what she does in the anime. And then they do a ginormous kill. Like, literally, Kaguya is obliterated once she gets touched. Because they have a Susanoo Chidori, because there's 3 Susanoo at Lightning Blade. Susanoo Lightning Blade. We got Susanoo Lightning Blade, a Rasengan, because I'm pretty sure Kushina would know the Rasengan. We got a Rasengan, and then we have Naruto with that. And then Naruto just says, Fire Style, Scorching Beam, and then just obliterates Kaguya. You know, it's just the last word. So, that's basically it for the 4th Great Ninja War. Everyone gets kicked out of well, they don't get kicked out, you know what I'm talking about. They get, out of the Infinite Tsukuyomi. And then, once they get out of it, the war ends. Kakashi becoming the 6th Hokage, because Minato is retiring, because he doesn't feel like being Hokage. Because after too much stuff, he just wants to relax. Oh yeah, and Boruto, you know what, I'll just add Boruto in this part as well. So, after, like, I'm not sure how many years, I'm pretty sure, like, 7 or something, Kakashi retires from being Hokage, Naruto becomes Hokage, Boruto, I'm gonna say Boruto also comes in. When Boruto comes, yeah. Boruto would not have anything. It just would play out as it was in canon. I'll be right back, guys. That is the end of the what if. I'm sorry.